Hi, everybody. This is Maria Gervais with Shift Workplace, and I'm here with the tip of the day today to talk to you a little bit about how you can make yourself indispensable at work and indispensable as someone who can be hired throughout your entire career. Now, in this day and age, 1 in 2 people are being replaced by a machine, and by the end of 5 years, that's going to be the reality for everyone. And so you don't want to be redundant in the new economy because we're still going to need to be able to live and earn a living no matter where we are in our career. So there are 4 things that you need to do in order to stay entirely employable and to be irreplaceable, actually. The first one has to do with getting comfortable with machines, which I'll talk to you in a minute. Second one is developing your people skills. Third one is developing skills that will be lasting over a period of time. And the fourth one is going to be with what you have to do to continue your own professional development. So with regard to machines, you need to become comfortable with the fact that machines and you are going to be talking for a long time. You're talking to each other, you're going to be communicating with machines, machines are going to be communicating with you, and you're going to need to be able to use that information. So communicating with machines is taking increasing importance, and the way you can get better at that is by downloading programs and apps and learning how to use them, and by taking online courses. All of those things help you to develop your capacity to work with machines. If you just keep saying, oh, I'm not very tech savvy, or I don't like social media, that is not going to cut it. You need to get past that attitude because it's not going anywhere. Think about ways that you can become more savvy, more tech savvy, more social media savvy, and more program savvy, because every single job is going to need it. So the next topic, of course, is your people skills. Now, the kinds of people skills that are really important in my books, and the ones that I keep running across that people don't have and is going to make them unemployable, are that they have to have, first off, an attitude that they're learning at work. If you don't learn at work, you don't get anywhere. Learning at work is absolutely critical. You can learn at work by reflecting on your experience. You can learn at work by attending online sessions. You can learn at work by finding ways to get your boss to pay PD, or you can just invest in it yourself and learn stuff. As you learn things, you're going to do your job better because we are learning people. We are learning beings. And when you stop learning, then you make yourself replaceable by somebody else. So the other thing is you're going to have to increase your capacity to interact with people who are not like you. So that's intercultural competency. Work with people who are not like you, deal with conflicts, and find ways through them, and be able to communicate things in a variety of ways so that people who understand things differently from you can work with you. So that intercultural competency is absolutely critical for future employability. Another thing that's really important is to be able to provide a great customer experience. Now, although people talk about this all the time, I still don't experience it more than maybe 10% of the time in my daily life. And I'm in a place where people tend to pride themselves on their customer experience. And it's just not there yet. So what can you do that's going to be helpful to the customer, that's going to make the customer feel very valued? And that also extends to making your other colleagues feeling valued. The experience, your colleagues are also your customers. Your boss is your customer. Everybody you interact with, treat them as if they were buying something from you, and therefore you need to treat them with the utmost respect. So that's a pretty critical point. And along with that goes not judging others. So as soon as people do things, you don't automatically think there's something wrong with them. You need to ask yourself some questions and practice some flexibility. So if you can't reserve your judgment, bracket your judgment, and be flexible, you're not going to be employable. So practice those skills because they're going to be handy for you for the rest of your life. Some other skills that are important for continuing to be employable are being able to solve problems, to think of things in terms of systems, and to be able to manage your emotions. So if you can solve a problem, you become very valuable. If you can think of where the piece fits into the whole, you become very valuable. And if you know how to manage your emotions so that you're not flying off the handle all the time, you're super valuable because people don't like working with people who can't manage their emotions. But there's an increasingly large number of people who can. And I'm going to give you a tip for that. Try replacing anger with a virtue. So if you are upset about something, see if you can replace it with curiosity. Find out more. What do you need to find out about? So then you don't get mad because you've already replaced it with curiosity. Curiosity is virtue, and anger is just getting in the way. Another thing you might like to consider doing is to overcome the tendency to have to be right all the time with the desire to be helpful. So if you are just really burning up with desire to be helpful, you lose that urgency of having to be right, because the helpfulness can replace it. So these are a couple of things you can do to replace problems with anger, if that's something that's an issue for you. And finally, your own professional development. You need to invest in your professional development and make sure that you are continuously paying attention to the trends, knowing what's happening, and staying healthy, because healthy is part of your professional development too, and then having a continuous learning approach to life. So if you continue to do those things, you will become extremely valuable as an employee. You will be able to handle any kind of change in the economy. And if you need to, you can start your own thing because you'll have the skills to be able to do it. Now, that's the tip for the day on how to make yourself indispensable. And we have a lot more tips. So this is just the tip of the iceberg for the tips. And this week only, on live webinar only, for the next 3 days, we are going to be offering a couple of workshops. They're little 1-hour webinar live workshops, and they're about networking. One is called Networking for People Who Are Shy, Awkward, or New to the Country. And the other one is called Using LinkedIn to Find a Job. So they're great, they're really useful, they're free, and you can register for them by going to my website, which is shiftworkplace.com. And once you get to the website, that's shift as in S-H-I-F-T, shiftworkplace.com. Once you get to my website, then go to the toolbar on the top and check upcoming webinars. And there you will see the webinars for this week. And you can click on one or both of them because, like I said, they're free. They're offered at several times. And after this week, they won't be available anymore. So don't miss out on your opportunity and invest in your professional development today. So this is Marie Gervais signing off with my workplace tip of the day. Bye.